Welcome back to another exciting episode of As the Corn Grows! Today, we join Cousin John as he meets with Earl to discuss his futile attempt to locate Miss Minnie.
So you say you lost her somewhere in New Mexico?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I tell you, Earl, I tracked her from California to Minnesota to Arizona. And I tell you, Earl, she's gone. My Minnie Mays, she's disappeared off the face of the earth.
Oh, don't worry, Cousin John. We'll hire one of them bounty hunter fellas. They can find anything.
Way ahead of you. Didn't turn up a thing. You know, I even offered $1 million reward for information about her whereabouts.
Did you get any responses?
Oh, got all kinds of responses. Every noodlehead and goofball from wherever. Oh, we saw her at the Piggly Wiggly in Frostbite Falls, or picked her up in a taxi cab in Times Square, New York City.
So did you follow up on all of those?
Oh, yeah, every one of them a dead end. You know, I even talked the Dairy Association into putting her picture on the milk cartons. Still nothing.
Really? And she still hasn't contacted you yet?
Well, you know, that's just the thing. She did. About 2 weeks ago, I get a phone call, and I was so excited it was her that I dropped the phone. By the time I picked it up, she was screaming and she's going, "He's a fake, Johnny, he's a fake." And all she was saying was, "No, Daniel, no, no." And then the phone went dead.
Well, could the phone company at least trace the call for you?
They did that. It was a pay phone in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I got a hold of local police. They got down there, but they were long gone by the time they got there.
Well, they didn't just disappear.
Why not? You know, Daniel's got his hands on her millions already. He could just dump her in the desert and could have bought his own island by now. Did I tell you he was married?
She married that skunk?
No. He's married to Minnie's half-sister, and when she got snubbed in her mother's will, the two of them hatched a plan on how to shoehorn her away from me and get their hands on all that money.
Those dirty, low-down scoundrels. We can't let them get away with this.
It's over, Earl. My life is over. You know, Minnie's probably coyote food by now, and those two are sipping Mai Tais down in the tropics, old Daniel and his heartless wife. Now, why didn't I marry her when I had the chance?
Don't give up. Don't give up, Cousin John. We'll find her. I tell you what, I'm going to go over to Chief Gabriel's office, and I'm going to have him contact some of his CIA contacts, and you never know what they can come up with. I might even get a hold of Mrs. Swanson. She's got some contacts, too. We'll find her.
Now, Earl, I tell you what, it's over, You know, life's just not worth living without my Minnie.
Hello?
Well, it is done.
Did she give you any trouble?
Are you kidding? She was putty in my hands. Listen, it'll be months before anybody finds her, and by that time we will be long gone.
You didn't kill her now, did you, Sugar?
Oh, of course not. She's stashed in that desert bunker like we talked about, and she's got enough K rations and water to last her 5 years.
Oh, good. I'll go to the bank this morning and have all the money wired to the Caymans.
Well, listen, I'm landing in Atlanta at 3 p.m., so you be ready at the airport, packed and ready to go by 3:30, and we'll be on our way. Our island paradise awaits, my dear.
You're going to have to slow down, Earl. I don't understand you. I thought you said Minnie is in the mirror and John is her disciple.
Okay, I'm sorry. Minnie's disappeared and Cousin John is suicidal. I've never seen him so upset.
Well, she has to be somewhere. People just don't evaporate.
Well, that's what I told him. But he's convinced that Daniel's killed her and disposed of her body out in the desert somewhere. And I thought maybe you could get a hold of some of your old contacts, and do some investigating.
Of course I can, but why does he think Minnie's dead?
Well, she called him a little while back, and she was just frantic, just babbling on something about Daniel being a fraud, and asked Cousin John to help her. And then there was a big scuffle on the other end of the phone, and it went dead.
Did he have it traced?
Yeah, he had the call traced, but it didn't go anywhere. Oh, yeah, and by the way, Daniel's married.
To Minnie?
No, to Annie. That's Minnie's greedy, heartless half-sister. and she's just bound and determined. She's got this whole plan to get her daddy's inheritance back. And that's why he's just pretty well convinced that Minnie's got to be taken out of the picture.
And John has lost hope?
Oh, sure has. He's lower than a snake's belly in a wagon rut. It's about in the Grand Canyon even.
And you left him alone?
Well, yeah.
Well, you go find him right now and stick with him 24/7. Got it?
Sure thing, Mrs. Swanson.
Good. While you're at that, I'm going to find out where Minnie has got to.
Earl Silo's here to see you.
Does he have an appointment?
No, but he said it's a matter of life or death.
You better send him in.
You can go in.
Where's Cousin John at? Norma said that he was here about an hour ago. Where's he at?
He was here, but he left.
Where'd he go?
I don't know. He had me draw up some legal documents that I had to get notarized, and he said something about he had to get them over to Lawyer Ed's before 4 o'clock.
Can I see him?
Sure. Yeah, this is a copy of him. Cousin John's got the originals with him.
Okay. Oh no. This is not good. This is not good at all.
Not good? Why?
Well, this is an addendum to his will, and he named me as a personal representative. Well, and he's leaving his entire estate to Little John.
Little John's not even his son.
Yeah, I know, but he loved him like one, and well, with Miss Minnie gone and all, anything
Miss
like...
Minnie's dead?
No, she's not dead. Well, at least I hope she's still alive. But he lost contact with her, and the last time he heard anything, well, it sounded like his brother Daniel was probably up to no good.
Daniel's gonna off Miss Minnie for her money?
I don't have time to fill you in on the whole details of this sordid affair. It's just about 4 o'clock now. Did Cousin John say where he was going after he stopped at Lawyer Ed's?
No, not really. He just kind of gave me this weird grin and said, it's been nice working with me.
Weird grin. Oh, that's not good. Did he say where he was going?
Something about where all good farmers go to find some peace and quiet.
What? And you just let him go? Didn't he say anything else? Think, man, think. Cousin John's, his life may be at stake here.
Well, let me see. He said something about going out to Aunt Ella's North 40 and maybe seeing his dad again? Wait a minute. Isn't his dad passed away?
Well, yeah, he sure did. I tell you what, you call Chief Gabriel and have him meet me over at Aunt Ella's North 40, would ya?
I will.
Dad, I'm sorry I let you down. I know it was your dying wish to get this farm back, and let me tell you, boy, I tried. Every time it seemed like I got so close, I got farther and farther away. I feel so bad I let you down. And you, Little John, of course, you're probably not so little anymore. God, you're grown into a fine young man. Let me tell you what, I am proud of you. And even though you weren't really my son, I loved you just like a son. And I want you to know that I just want what's best for you. And Minnie, oh, Minnie. I should have married you years ago when I had the chance. And I didn't do it. Now, it looks like I might not get the chance to save you at all now. I hope you forgive me.
John?
Who's there?
John Robert Olson?
Show yourself, woman.
Can't do that, John, but listen closely.
And Ella? Is that you?
Yep, it's me.
Where are you?
I'm in the cornfield, visiting my crops.
But you're dead.
Only my body, John. My spirit never left the farm I love.
So, you just been hanging around haunting the cornfield all this time?
Yep, spooked Ronnie P. Silage more than one time, I reckon.
Spooking the hell out of me, too.
I couldn't help but hear that you're feeling a bit down on yourself.
Well, yeah, but that's not really any of your business.
You are sitting next to my cornfield, John.
You know that I wanted to get this farm back and grant my father Rupert's dying wish.
Oh, let's not dwell on that, John. Why don't you come join me in the cornfield?
join a ghost in the cornfield? Nah, I think I'll pass. But you could clear up a few things about those two no-good farmhands that disappeared.
Nah, they ran off the first time I told them that they were shoring up the fence line wrong. Join me. It'll be peaceful, and we can walk and talk about how you can get your father's farm back.
Okay, well, let's see. I could come in and join you here. Holy crap!
Chief, dispatch said that Marvin Monroe called and reported suspicious activity over at Aunt Elle's on North 40. Said he saw cousin John talking to himself in a cornfield.
I knew it. I knew it. I told you he was suicidal.
Calm down, Earl. Calm down. How's cousin John going to kill himself just by standing here talking to a cornfield?
Well, maybe, but you know what they say. This cornfield is haunted. I mean, Ronnie P. lost two of his best hands. I mean, his best hands went in there, and they were never seen again.
So are you suggesting that this cornfield ate Ronnie's two farmhands?
Looks like there's some wrestling over there in that section.
And his pickup is here. I'm telling you, strange things happen in this field.
Well, dispatch is sending over volunteers to help us search for Mr. Olson. And they said the whole town's coming.
Good. They should be here any minute. I tell you what, Officer Bonnie, I think the best thing we can do is have you break them up into groups of 3 or 4, and then we can search different sections of the field.
I think that's really wise to send a bunch of civilians who are untrained into a haunted cornfield.
Yeah, good point. I mean, can't we bring out the dogs and let them sniff them out?
You know, Earl, you got a good point. We only have one bloodhound, and he's out with a sinus infection. So I think the best course of action to take is probably just to break them up into small groups and search different areas of the field. Oh, good. Looks like they're here now.
They're ready to search, Chief.
Okay. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming out today to help. You know, I spoke to Cousin John this morning, and, well, he was really depressed. You know, he followed Miss Minnie after she left him at the altar, and, well, the last time he talked to her, she sounded like her life was really in danger, and, well, he believed that Daniel had done something horrible to his Miss Minnie. Well, I'm afraid now that Cousin John may be thinking about doing something desperate himself.
So here's what we know. Cousin John was last seen by Marvin Monroe standing here talking to this corn stalk. So his pickup is still here, so we have every reason to believe that he's somewhere in this cornfield.
I heard the cornfield was possessed.
Yeah, I heard Cousin John lost 2 hired hands in there last year.
Calm down, calm down. You don't have to go in there if you don't want to. It's just a cornfield, and I can assure you this cornfield didn't eat anyone. As a matter of fact, Ronnie's 2 farmhands were seen leaving on the midnight bus to Austin by Nosy Norma herself.
Why was Cousin John seen talking to a cornstalk?
He was probably just talking to himself.
Cousin John's talking to himself?
We're wasting time, people. Let's go.
Everybody, I need you to be in groups of 2 or 3 and search your area thoroughly, please.
Sergio and Clarice and you two, follow me.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. Do you think Nicole's waiting for him in there?
Line up when I call your name. Ronnie, Prairie Ann, Harris, and Mrs. Swanson. And for the rest of you, I need you to stay to the far left.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
Okay, Johnny Hapney and you kids over there, you guys go to the right and good luck. Officer Bonnie, call dispatch and let them know all search and rescue units have been deployed.
Dispatch, be advised the dogs are on the hunt. I repeat, the dogs are on the hunt.
What?
All the searchers are searching the cornfield for Cousin John.
They won't find him, dear.
Who's there? Who's there?
What did you do with Cousin John?
You heard that, right?
Sure did. Sounded like an elderly woman.
Have any of the teams checked in yet?
No, not a one.
Would you call Earl? And I'll call Leader 2, and let's see what's going on.
Nothing.
Me either. Grab your gear, Officer Bonnie. We're going in.
Wait a minute, that's it? Everyone in the county shows up to hunt for Cousin John in a people-eating cornfield and that's it? Well, you'd never catch me going into a people-eating cornfield, never. Will the search parties emerge from the Lost Acres victorious? Or will the citizens of Sweet Swine County be forever living and loving in Aunt Ella's North 40? I guess only time will tell as the sun sets on As the